Hello everyone and welcome to another match of the Providence Cup, the final match this time between Group B teams. On the left side it's Bad Laptop and Bad Wifi, MattySpice and Redfox. On the right hand side it's Gumidifier 2.0 between Rommel and Rieper. It's a very important decider of this group because depending on the scores, either of these teams can get and will get second place in this group and advance to the knockout stage, the final 8, the quarterfinals starting next week. While whoever doesn't score as well here today will stay third and will be eliminated from the competition. Stakes are very high indeed. I'm only choose one stream sound output here, so much for that, but we'll get it sorted as the match goes underway. First up it's Marrakesh, the first of two 1v1 matches. Marrakesh is played between Redfox and Rommel, and Haven Island will be next between MattySpice and Rieper. Two more maps after that in the 2v2 fashion, Paris and Bangkok, to decide who becomes second place finisher. I guess there is one exception. If Bad Laptop sweeps this match, then they will tie Geometry Dash Refugees, and we will see potentially a decider match. We've been talking about it one. It might be difficult to find some time for that decider, but for now this is the all-important Group B match, and it will get underway in 15 seconds. This is the final weekend of the group stage, the third to last match. We will have one more match from Group A and then Group C to wrap it up. 12 spins to go, and this is the first one. Raises a Daniel Explosion Accident as Consulate Janitor, Klaus Strandberg Cleaver as Military Officer. Yeah, Chris wasn't sure if it would be his end or my end with the legal spin, but I guess I was the one who sent it because I remember this one from 10 minutes ago when I was adminning. And it's a remote raise a kill. And Klaus in a fairly straightforward disguise. It's allowed in the console but not on the top floor, so you have to see some interesting things there. Team 2P1 is Rommel, so we'll hear some background noise from there, but I think everyone has been chatting, so we'll have to adjust the sounds there. And yeah, I can already hear the team there. We will talk about, or we will listen in on the teams to get a better insight on what they are thinking and how the match is going for them. But for now, let's just see Rommel as the first one to loading in, and we'll be getting the officer disguise. Trying to think of propane flasks around here. It might not be as quick or easy, but of course, on a second thought, Razor is starting his cycle next to propane tank, or gas canister rather, so there's no real you don't need to bring an item here, at least. I forgot the 2.0 in the Gumidifier. Well, that has, I think Chris knows about it, but yeah, the 2.0 has been problematic on the Ironman adminning side. And I guess we could have, there is some time to make Curry's life harder with trying to make them fix this, but we're just gonna roll with the 2 and see how it goes. I'm sort of interested to see why the advanced audio properties like this. Now it works as intended. Now it should be a bit better. Sorry for the rocky start here, I think.
Oh, I might not make it in time for the 2. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should.
I was worried I would have to admin and cast this together, but Chris has wonderfully came to help with 15 minutes to go, so it's well sorted on the adminning side now, so we can focus on the casting. Redfox with 1 restart so far, and Rommel is now in a minute and a half advantage. Would be a risky disguise graph from Redfox, but apparently it's not seen, not yet at least. fairly likely that the military officer would be seen, and then what happens there is a very good question. Yeah, now it was seen, but we didn't see the picture in there. We just have to see if the guns remain green there, or if Razor gets found, because it's yeah, quite close for comfort. Rommel though got the isolation at the start, got time to get the cleaver there, uses a coin for distraction, but it's still this security who reacts. And the fact that he was so late, I think Klaus is now going back all the way. Yeah, it's not going to be a 2.5 minute isolation there, sadly.
Oh crap.
Will be some delays there, sadly.
I can probably try something out.
The next up would be this particular meeting room, which Observer and I have been talking about for a bit last time, because this room does get occupied by roaming security, but eventually it wasn't as bad. But Rommel doesn't go for that isolation, it's the bathroom. Wonder if the VIP will VIP it, and sadly Klaus does, so janitor goes inside. Could have been real nice isolation. Rommel decides for a restart. Still green guns for Redfox, and now he has this significant in-game time advantage.
Once you turn on the vacuum, you can throw like a wrench in that doorway.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And bring him in.
I did in the wrong order, but oh well.
Yeah.
And his turn to get the 2.5 minute isolation with definitely better timing. Doesn't use the cleaver for the distraction. Hopefully. Has enough time to change into a non-trespassing disguise to hopefully make this one better, but it can't carry the Shashka, so it will be concealed. Particular timing there, he wanted to wait a bit. There's the enforcer dot to investigate the Hoover, the vacuum cleaner. And it's not going to be a chain alert there. But instead of a shank, sees the body. We don't hear the alarm there, we have to rely on the alarm there, and there's a question mark. Redfox, you have to be quick about this one, or just drop an item, because he will see some action there soon enough. The kill is there. The distraction contained. It has to be in range, and that lady will call out 47 for throwing an item there. So Redfox now has the cleaver. I think it could have been even better there with basically getting the kill, but I think Redfox was a bit nervous there. But that looks like the end of it for Redfox. Only needs there's the body found, but after this explosion, of course, Redfox only needs to exit, and he got the keys at the beginning, or well, a good 2 minutes into his run. They got the consulate parking lot keys. So once he gets around these guards, this will still be a challenge in the hostile area. Redfox can still lose this. That is way too close for comfort. Redfox has to go the wrong way around. Green guns, almost full whoosh bar, but cannot get through this one. Redfox loses the spin right at the finish. Oh my. Basically had this, but the explosion was panicking the wrong amount of people, and he had the military officer disguise, which was going to be allowed in the bottom floor of the consulate and in the parking garage. It's a very strong what-if moment for sure, with Rommel getting the Klaus kill now and has the disguise for the Razor kill as well, and we are going to see the same situation most likely. No detonation just yet. I'm also not entirely sure if Rommel did get the setup, because yeah, my apologies on that one. Only Redfox side got Razor in the office. Rommel didn't
though.
Fairly sure he didn't. Now I think I'm mixing things up, but
Oh,
yeah, Reza is running because Reza was leaving the office because he didn't peek through the window. He wasn't quick enough with the officer grab, so it's still half a spin to go for Rommel of a
the
longer strat,
wait, no,
while we know that
I
Redfox
yeah.
could get this top 4 and could get a finish in the next 3 minutes. Rommel will have
Might just try improving
a
it.
longer wait
I
and
mean, you can
lots
go
more
up to
things to
the
do there.
fastest way.
No, I could, yeah.
You'd have to throw the propane.
Redfox cannot get the first kill in the next minute, but after that he will be free to do so. And of course the remote Reza kill is not far away. I wonder if he will mix it up in any meaningful way, or more importantly, will he realize that he can be the military officer after the second kill? Rommel with a body shot to keep up with the chaotic approaches on the top hand side, or the top row.
It worked.
Rommel gets inside the consulate,
It's like my first time doing that in 7
but I
months.
wonder what is going to happen there. I'm not sure how much you can hear from Rommel's side, but I will allocate some time for the team talk. But let's just see how this Marrakesh goes first. This is going to be a loud kill, and that was a loud throw. We can see the question mark. Rommel also realizes that distraction doesn't hit. Panic settles in for Gumidifier. This is going to be really close. And now the guns are red. Rommel couldn't salvage it. If he had done maybe a second disguise, there a non-target kill for Redfox's side.
They're suffering something similar.
Double restart.
Yeah, you probably should have just changed.
Someone was in range of that explosion,
Drop something in front of him.
making the early kill just a bit more tough there. I wonder if the military officer was found and what the who the non-target kill might have been there, because it's not a terribly large range there. I'm pretty sure that the officer would be found. I'm pretty sure he might just be back in position, which would mean, I mean, judging by the default loadout strats or any speedrun which starts with the Reza explosion accident, the officer is not a problem. So I really wonder what body or what NPC could have been in range. Well, that's for another try, or another time. They will have a new try here with Redfox. Definitely quicker. You can see that basically Rommel is going back to a meta start, or meta strat, with the 2.5 minute Klaus followed by a whole new Reza infiltration, while Redfox has the Reza kill set up, and after the 2.5 minute mark he can get both of these kills done. Still sub 4 on the cards.
You made it. Most impressive, 47. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
At least Rommel got the propane now. Of course, the cleaver both could easily pick it up. It's a bit of a tough thing to do if you are not allowed to carry weapons. Like mass extinction events like a cleaver, but military officer can do that. And Rommel can start the isolation at 210. Definitely no need to do 2 ISOs at once. Although with 2 minutes and 33 seconds at this moment, it might get tighter. Rommel needs to get this isolation started quick. But still on the railing. Still sees the coin, or hears the coin, sorry. Redfox gets the kill, and also does the isolation just a couple seconds behind Rommel. Rommel can get the live kill here. And for Redfox, it's also on its way, at least Klaus is. Chainlord did work for Redfox, so that will be the second kill, but not before some panic. Well, of course, Redfox can really quickly get this second kill.
Bring for a smuggler.
Cleaver in hand.
EMP.
Klaus is dead.
Oh, EMP.
And what's the question here? Or what's the answer to the question? He stays military officer and checks the last obstacle here, because at the bottom of these stairs, he will not be trespassing anymore. All the bodies are hidden. Explosion shouldn't turn on all these enforcer dots, since it's accidental, but you have to see about that one. The door opens after a really unfortunate propane placement. I don't think... I do think the result can be set here now with Redfox being out and Rommel nowhere near the school. Very turbulent first spin, but Redfox gets out, and I'm not sure if my sub 4 prediction leaves sub 330 even, but of course after 14 minutes of real time. Not the most challenging spin, but of course with some back and forth, and an exciting start there, and Bad Laptop and Bad Wi-Fi take the lead.
Oh, unfortunate. Wait. Yeah, I think they... Yeah, they got it. Yeah, unfortunate.
GG's to Matty and Redfox.
What?
Obviously mostly ready, yes, Redfox, for playing this spin, and we will see the roles swapped now. This is a MattySpice 04 on the bottom left. It's already live, and in and out we will have the Rieper 47. Wait, I am not sure if... I will have to double check, because I haven't cast a lot of Rieper matches. Yes, that is correct. Apart from upper and lower case letters, so you have to be live shortly. And that will be the second map, Haven, at 24 past the hour, so under 4 minutes, which gives me some time to check in on the advanced audio properties, because the audio mixer doesn't seem to want to work for me a lot. I can control audio via OBS everywhere. I can only see one player. I know it's very exciting for everyone to listen about this, but I do have to kill the time somehow. So I'm just going to click in and out. Now this was loud. But I do think we'll have to find a way to make this one work, and of course with only one caster here and 3 maps to go, the goal and the hope is to get some team chatter in as well, because that's always exciting to see or hear. Especially how they communicate and salvage a spin if something doesn't go their way, and some improvisations are needed. 2 heads are always better than 1. Do need to check out the Group B implications. I made a really quick post about this one. Bad Laptop and Bad Wi-Fi need 3 points to catch second place or stay there, which means Gumidifier needs 6. The only way Gumidifier can advance if they win the remaining 3 maps for 6 points, which is now a very tall order. And Bad Laptop and Bad Wi-Fi just 1 Haven tie away from advancing to the knockout stage. And if they were to sweep, then we would have this very awkward situation of 2 teams identically finishing the group stage, both Geometry Dash Refugees and Bad Laptop on 18 points, 2 wins, and the 1 tie against each other. Let's see if we get there. We are on 1 illegal spin so far, with Tyson Zhao will not be making an appearance today. And then a second illegal spin. Chris did have to consult with the rule book, or of course he might know it by heart, because Chris has a tendency to spin these Providence illegal spins. Glad to see him catching multiple here this time, and we will see what happens in just half a minute. And with perfect timing, Matty has lost all his frames, but he recovered when 47 died, so let's hope. Now the frames stay as we go into the second spin of the match. Tyson Williams, Loud AR as Villa staff, Stephen Bradley, Kitchen Knife as the chef, Ludmila Vetrova, Seashell as the boat captain. Tyson Villa kill, albeit Loud, still straightforward enough to probably start with it, especially the fact that the Loud AR is in this cinema room. I would have to double check, but I think the Villa Guard has the Loud AR and the Bodyguard has the Loud SMG, but of course both two-handed weapons are inside, so that will be a minute kill. And then Seashell Kitchen Knife. I would know if I had more experience there, but sadly not really sure about this one. I think Seashell would be next to the spa area and Kitchen Knife in the tiki bar next to the goat captain, which is yeah, see it in the chat as well. Some nickname that I do like lately, but it's not combined with falling object, sadly. Rieper already buffering, which is very nice to see, 32 seconds in, so Matty overtakes on our end. It's the first KO and hide. I think can't really get away with anything less than the 3 KOs and 3 bodies hidden. Rieper catches up by now. I'm not sure if it would be my end or Chrissy's and everyone else's as well, but there's Rieper. And the second body hidden. Oh, MattySpice getting there. Losing his green guns, of course, with the Tyson lockdown. We'd have to double check if Matty got red from the bodyguard, but it's not orange there. And the only reason to rip this run, or have this run ripped, is... Oh my. Matty has a question mark from the outside guard. I'm not sure how that could have happened. New glitch just dropped. Hitman never disappoints, but Matty contains the situation. Nice awareness. Not many frames, but Run is still alive. It can get the kill now. Rieper, though, without any hiccups, gets the kill. Lots of enforcement whooshes down the stairs as well. In the end, manages to get it all out, and he won't have to go back to the villa for any reason, I don't think, because Seashell, Kitchen Knife, Chef and Boat Captain are all things you would get in the resort area, so looking good for Rieper there. We'll see a Seeker shot there, and then probably just an isolation, and the mirror rips MattySpice. And was that the same Villa Guard to cause some issues later on? Because after all this, I didn't expect any Villa Guards to run nearby. Area investigated. Might have been the... Oh, it was the door, or the screen. Yeah, you're right. My other idea would have been the door, but he doesn't have a crowbar to open it. I'm pretty sure this is a locked door, though. See, this is my idea, that on his way back he investigated the door, but it could have been an earlier distraction. I just didn't understand the first lockdown. Of course, we can see plenty of Tyson lockdowns early on, but the fact that the Villa got rejected was very strange and new, and yeah, the fact that Matty had to deal with him twice was the fatal blow there. Of course, it's very early in the spin, 26 minutes to go, and Rieper only 1 kill down, but working on the second isolation now. Yeah, it's either strange hearing from the guard or strange view, because I'm not exactly sure which of his senses are overpowered at this moment, and we have to re-watch it. Sadly, Matty's stream at that point was very weird at least judging by the frames. Let's see if Matty's second attempt will be more successful or not. Rieper with the second isolation done. And I think he's looking for some coins from this place, because he does have the banana already, and might have forgotten to, yeah, and didn't pick up coins from the cinema, but not a lot of detour. Rieper has the potential to make Ludmila sick and or deal with the boat captain. Timing work for both, and maybe see no distraction. It will be on a moving target. At least he's concealed and works on Ludmila, so that's a big isolation on Rieper. Quote unquote just needs the boat captain and the seashell. I didn't see it in his weapon roll. It's now very has a lot of items in there. I think the seashell was one of them. And places a banana for her for remote isolation. Won't use it on the boat captain. But there is a second banana to be used right here. As well as the kitchen knife, so plenty of good uses here, and this is going to be the coins plus banana usage. We will lure him all the way inside. Luckily the viewcons of these two, I guess technically waiters, but more like bartenders given the placement, won't really see the boat captain fall down, so it should be good for Rieper, but it's probably one of the riskier parts of the run, even though plenty of people have done it successfully in the past. There's him falling down, and the green cards are kept until the end, so Rieper has everything for Ludmila. Has the kitchen knife for Steven, and is one distraction away from getting chef. Despite a so far flawless second round from MattySpice, there's not much he can do anymore. Rieper has great timing on the hand washer guy, but waits it out patiently and gets 2 out of 3 kills now with 6:20 in. A minute from now he will be walking towards Steven as the chef. 2 minutes from now he will be pressing done, or Rommel will be pressing done on his behalf. Of course, if everything goes well, I think this was as far Jinx could go as possible, but it is really straightforward from this point onward. Matty going with the same timing on the Ludmila seeker shot. Should be careful that no one hears him rustling in the bushes. But no question mark from nearby on the minimap, so it is fine for Matty. It's just the fact that he is 2.5 minutes behind. We'll most likely settle this match because Rieper does have the chef disguise roleplay kill as the kitchen knife. Or well, the kill is with the kitchen knife, not as it. But there is the isolated Stephen Bradley for the final kill. And it is now just time to be safe around this one. We'll drag him on the floor just to be extra safe. No one reacts. They shouldn't, in fairness, but can never be too safe. And Rieper goes extra safe there to also get the disguise. Matty also gets a loud side KO on the chef, but green guns are kept. It's a lucky moment for him, but it will not be as lucky for him to realize that the spin will go away in just about 15 seconds. Rieper will tie this match up. Going into the 2v2s, Gumidifier still has a shot to advance to the knockout stage.
Yeah, first try, right?
Can't complain on that, yeah. Luckily, the Tyson kill was right away, so I don't have to worry about his bodies lying around in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way they could have beat that. That was pretty flawless.
Cool, we got the points. Hell yeah. Next up is...
Very happy Gumidifier indeed. Got their first points of the match and the fourth map win in their group stage. Group stage standings are 12 for Bad Laptop and 8 for Gumidifier. If they score the remaining 4 points, they will overtake their opponents, but we have to win the remaining 2 maps. And that means, of course, both of these 2v2s. We have the players back now. Redfox and MattySpice against Rommel and Rieper to battle out in Paris first. And I forget already, but Bangkok second. That will be the final map this match. "39 past the hour, little under, well, a lot under 5 minutes, and it is now going to be 4 minutes when I say this for the first 2v2 match. And just trying to think of previous Parises. Scrolling down the list so far, this is the first time Paris will be played in a 2v2 setting. It's a popular 1v1 map. We've seen it once, twice, thrice, 4 times. Last evening between Boreal Forest and Xbox Master Race, between a random person and Soviet Dubov. And yeah, Joker has asked me this question multiple times before, what would I like to see from Paris spin? But I think all kinds of Paris spin could work, not just the ones which can be finished in 2 minutes, and it's very straightforward with the Dahlia lure or an ethic start or whatnot. But we have seen the other end of the spins work as well, which are tricky and Dahlia loud and troublesome for finish. Joker continuing the tradition. It is now the 3rd time this has happened, or maybe the 4th time. But we always seem to find ourselves in a Paris spin, and lo and behold, I think all... yeah, I'm just looking at the matches tab. Paris, Joker, and InfoFun. Another Paris spin casted by you and I. And sure enough, I think there was one between Slomegal and Rusty Abram, which wasn't casted by us, but yeah, it always happens to be around us. You're in chat and I'm still casting, so sort of keeping up with the tradition. Now it's 2 minutes and 15, and let me just really quickly show you the it's called the brackets here, but I'm going to show the group B here. Situation is this. Can even show it right here with Geometry Refugees and Roulette Unprofessionals having played all 3 of their matches so far, and Bad Laptop and Bad Wifi and Gumidifier only missing 1 match. 4 point is the difference, so if Gumidifier beats Bad Laptop by 4 points, they tie, but with head-to-head result being the best or the first tiebreaker, Gumidifier would take 2nd place. But as I said many times before, they will need the remaining 2 maps for that. And with this, it is also guaranteed that Geometry Refugees will stay top, because their 8-point lead cannot be overcome or tied in this match, because the most Bad Laptop can score is 6 points from this point. I'm definitely a bit sad that I cannot get game audio for all these streams. It is only Rommel of the 4. And I did get game sound and team comms from them, so we keep up the position there. As the spin goes live, I will turn him up so that we can hear the Gumidifier talk a little bit more, which will be in 30 more seconds. Tech crew start on the left hand side with a silence pistol, a jank, and a crowbar, and with Redfox his trademark small gold bar being used, and Matty's trying to make use of the Bubble Queen sedative gum. But let's see the parent spin.
Here we go. Good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck. Victor, sniper rifles, Dakota bodyguard, Dahlia fiberwire security guard. Alright.
So not a lot of chatting there, of course, but it's very straightforward. Spin there, sniper Victor, and a live Dahlia kill. Rommel actually starting attic, not looking to get Dahlia down. But also this allows Rommel to start with the sniper rifle. If his seeker shot hits, of course, it might have been even better that the first one didn't hit, because this might let Kurt to follow Victor there. We'll see if he can get the Cicada bodyguard. This guy is quick or very quick. I don't see Kurt following. Yeah, he won't follow, so it will have to be the Sheik's guard being used here. The sniper also functions as well, a pistol here. Oh, that's a crazy miss throw there, but doesn't miss out on anything else. I guess the 2 KOs becomes the Cicada bodyguard, and we'll get the kill about 1 minute. It will be the first kill across the board. Matty is getting a really quick security guard, maybe even too quick, because he had to dodge the other security guard here. The second jank will be used on him, which leaves with no darts for the rest of this run. Looks as though Matty will have to start with the Dahlia kill on the balcony, and then probably Victor in front of this back door. Redfox with the same idea gets the KO on on the guard after the kill. I actually misjudged the remaining crosshair for Dahlia. But Dahlia was down before the 1 minute mark. Now you just wait to get Victor, and the gold bar should be useful there.
Thank God there wasn't anybody under that.
Yeah, not a lot of talk. If we see or we hear the Gumidifier talk a bit more, then of course we can get some use of it. 1 kill from all 4 people, and I think Redfox will be the first one to get the second. Kurt is not in sight. Redfox will have to still get... Oh wow. Redfox will have to still get the agency pickup, but it's a really close call there, and the security guard does see Victor in the end. It's a crucial restart for Matty. I thought he dropped an item very quickly for that guard after the suspicion meter filling, but apparently not. Redfox though gets the second kill from a very nice angle, and 218 he's out. Matty though will have to restart and puts Rommel and Rieper in a commanding position with both of them in a 2.5 minute plus run. But Rommel will be luring Dahlia down. 2 several distractions there.
Alright. Dahlia sent her guard down, but I got Dahlia coming down too now, so hopefully it'll work.
Dress in the bathroom. Don't get dressed in the bathroom. Oh, he's gonna run in about 2 seconds. Oof. Oh, he didn't go to the bathroom. Nice. Oh, that was close.
Close is an understatement for Rieper. The naked cicada bodyguard has been on quite a run there, but Ran stays alive and Rieper gets the second kill. Well, he needs to exit now. Rommel gets the first KO on the cicada guard, and now Dahlia next. The fiber wire kill remaining, no bumping to ruin the live kill and no GRB there, so Gumidifier with all 4 kills down, but this is not a spot to let her dragged into. Sophus is a time bomb with that. He will go into that room. With my knowledge, and also the security guard is just a terrible disguise to get through the map. Wanted to be quick on the exit, but just can't be, and Rieper is out, but Rommel with lots of hesitation there. Can he finish and take the second map for Gumidifier? It is all on Sophus now. 20 more seconds to survive. And all those enforcers around, that is going to be really tough there, because the fireworks have worn off.
Yeah, like 5 seconds. Yeah, pressed on.
There's the green gun exit. Gumidifier takes the win.
Come on.
I think we should have that, or at least a photo finish.
Yeah.
Both through that first try. Yeah, I used the sedative syringe on the cicada guy in the hallway, and then I had Klaus in the bathroom and the cop in the bathroom. I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't get dressed in the bathroom.
Yeah, we got it.
You actually went by the stairway. Nice.
Yeah. I tried going downstairs for the basement exit in security, but then I forgot that there are enforcers at the bottom of the stairs, so I had to go all the way around, get Cicada, and then go through the pipe and heli. I mean, it was kind of actually what's it called? Lucky that I accidentally got Dahlia's guard to come downstairs too.
Yeah. I had a few close calls, and like what's his name? Victor's fucking bodyguard just popped out of nowhere and walked by me, and I had like a full whoosh going.
Oh.
And I just like fucking escaped it.
Yeah.
And I was getting my stash in the basement stairwell.
Well, the plot thickens. With just one map to go, it is still anyone's game from this match to take second place in this group and advance to the knockout stage. Whoever wins this final map, which is going to be Bangkok in a couple of minutes, will be in the top 8 of the Providence Cup, and the loser will have to stay. And that will be their final map of the tournament. They will be eliminated after that. And I suppose with Bangkok, it's also possible that we see a draw, in which case Bad Laptop are still in a better situation. A draw would still see them stay alive and clinch second place by the tiniest of margins. Final map. 50 past the hour. 2.5 minutes until Bangkok. And looking at the ties so far, just scrolling through all these. Of course, the Twice are a double ARA champions with the the map 3 record. Not so good thanks to Joker J, but of course a very confident group stage showing. They have tied Ambrose and Sapienza. There has been another Ambrose tie. Actually, none of the 1v1s have been ties, and I think it's only these three actually where we haven't seen finishes, and most extraordinarily, sorry, we have seen the previous Ambrose spin last night, Boreal Forest finishing with a record 3 seconds before the timer has run out. I have never seen a close finish like that. At least player versus clock. Player versus player, of course, we've seen 0-second ties and whatnot, but it has been just a crazy match there. Group D is the first one to conclude, by the way. Boreal Forest finishing second in that group after losing 6-2 to CX Punk MK3, the first confirmed group winners of the Providence Cup group stage. We do have a delay here, 5 extra minutes. Rieper needs to take care of something, whether if it's Hitman or IR related. Gumidifier will get the time, and we get 6 more minutes to talk about. Find something to talk about. Suppose it's not really worth to listen in on either of the team comps since there is no spin here. We just have to wait and see where this final spin lands. So where I was going with this one is the fact that all of these 2v2 maps, even the long spins, I see at least from Mumbai, Scale, lots of Colorados. We've always seen finishes, both teams finishing. So it shouldn't really be a tie-heavy spin here in Bangkok either, especially with the stakes in hand. Of course, this is the most stressful part of the group stage. They have played 11 spins so far. This is the 12th and final one, and this will decide who advances and who stays in the group stage. So I think nerves would be as high as they can get in this group or team roulette competition. So until then we can just check on these different approaches. Rommel with a huge start and the peekaboo after 56 seconds, apparently, because at 56 it was still a bit too close on the recording crew catching the peekaboo, but it was Jordan catching up. And this is important for a quick fall kill. Accidents only, fiber wire only route have been utilizing this place, and Jordan will be left here at the balcony. Of course, the agency pickup nearby next to the recording booth will also be a vital part of this spin for certain combinations. We did miss Matty's approach from this non-existent spin so far. It has been a can isolation where he does the phone call at the very beginning. It's also useful for the first part. But yeah, Bangkok has a lot of approaches recently. I mean, it's not that recent when I want to talk about the snail lure downstairs, but at last it seems that it's getting more attention from roulette players as well. It's not just, well, it has always caught attention from roulette players, but for the roulette rivals and the real-time roulette competition is of course another matter, because you can do well in a daily spin, but there's always the risk that if you can't do it first try in a real-time match, then might not have as good chances. This is some nice parkour by Matty, and will be found eventually at the 3-minute mark, even though it was a nice good double isolation there. So we'll have to see how that goes. Two minutes and 15, and they only requested 5 minutes, so can also suppose that Rieper will be back by then and we can have the final spin underway. Another 1 hour match. By the looks of it, it will be a bit over 1 hour. Hard to comment on this one. Matty's unlocked Ansel cam. Is this a modification or is this just something that is in-game? It is of course not something that PC, console players could do, but it's also hard to crack down on someone accidentally or even purposely using the Ansel free cam. Some replans for Matty with a Trank in the recording booth and some other approaches might be seen here. Redfox not using any practice time. And I see that Rieper is back, so we should have this final spin started in 1 minute and 5 seconds. This is basically it for these two teams. One will advance and one will be eliminated. We knew that beforehand, that there was no chance for any other result here. But it has come down to the final spin of their group stage live. Whoever wins this one is in the quarterfinals. If it is a tie, Redfox and Matty can rejoice with a very close 3-5 loss, but just enough points to advance. But I won't be repeating this one until we have our final result. Let's just focus on this final 2v2 spin. And it is just more convenient for me to just turn up and down Gumidifier's voice here. So I'm just going to let them reveal the last spin of the day.
Man.
Yeah,
Good
5
luck.
seconds. Good luck.
Jordan
Jordan
Cross,
Cross.
drowning waiter,
10,
electrocution, kitchen staff. Doing waiter start, and
Yeah.
then just running the hell up there. Oh. That's what-
Does indeed feel like a waiter star there. And a quick ISO. Jordan either peekaboo towards the recording floor bathroom and not the top floor bathrooms. And then with a seeker or coin lure, it is possible to get a kill before the 1.5 minute mark. Whatever you want to do for Ken, if it's second cycle letter, emetic poisoning the food,
I'm just gonna
or
go
hotel
with
staff
Jordan.
lure. I think the latter one is just or the last of these is also almost a classic strat by now. I think it has been proven to be, well, it's not as important as before, but I think for electrocution and the fact that kitchen staff does go to the bathroom, where Ken is usually isolated, I think it's a good approach there. Rommel has made the best advancement so far. Redfox and Matty with kitchen isolation strats. Definitely a bit unconventional, but Redfox has done this before, but it doesn't have the poison to use here. Emetic poison is needed here or something else. He's going through all these tabs, lots of time missing there, as Matty with more restarts. Which now means that both Rommel and Rieper are a minute in.
I think waiter's allowed.
It is slowly starting to get a significant advantage. But Rommel is missing the peekaboo spot for Jordan. Will it be a restart?
Oh crap.
Yeah, he's not going for upstairs isolation apparently.
Oh wait, no, I went about this wrong. Oh god, I have to restart.
But with Redfox a long planning there. Significant changes to his strategy.
You know, I'm gonna start recording.
And it is going to be a tough one for Matty and Redfox.
Oh, actually, I can't. No, never mind.
It is far from a quick strat, but Matty has changed to waiter start. Redfox still wanting to make this kitchen ISO happen after a minute or even a minute and a half of replan. He is famous for this type of ISO, and electrocution should be viable in this kitchen, but of course the fact that you get him here in the first place is already far from common. But yeah, we will see can come here. And it's 4 more NPCs, but the bullet distraction will take care of all 4, but in the end that will be a body found. Just before the 3rd KO, so Redfox with another restart, and Matty couldn't get to the top floor as waiter. I did miss the Rieper restart, but that is now, I think, 1,000 restarts across the 4 players, and we only... the spin has only been live for 4 minutes, sorry. 26 to go. I don't think it's any relevant until the last 10 minutes, when we can see how long the remaining approaches can be and how many tries they have. But very importantly, we just need to see a successful Jordan kills first. It is viable on this floor as well as the floor above. Rieper doesn't have the timing, so he will go upstairs. That is just as good of an approach there. That is an almost full whoosh by Dexy Barrett, but it did not turn into a second peekaboo, as it is the cross bodyguard already turned on by it. And Rieper kind of missing the timing here on Jordan. Can still get a longer seeker shot, but he won't go to this bathroom, he will go to Heidi Santoros, sorry. I think at least from the middle, he should be going away, but I was proven wrong. Rommel, before the 2-minute mark, well, right at the 2-minute mark, we'll get the Jordan kill. And Rieper is just 1 prompt away from 2 Jordan kills down for Gumidifier. Redfox finished the ISO, got a last second body found from Ken on the waiter, so that is still a salvageable run there. I'm not sure about the sinks here, I've never tried these, but should this be a regular thing, then the Ken kill should be far from successful. Really curious who will react to this, if anyone. Cora Disguise. Taser in hand, will have to be dropped in the puddle now. And there's the kill. Redfox only needs Jordan at this point and has the waiter disguise. And with the seeker in hand, I would want to say any angle is good for Redfox, but there is one that is just a bit trickier than others. If Jordan is made sick next to the fountain, he will puke in there, which is I think it's a spot which is unseen, since it is kind of scripted. But really difficult there, and Matty gets compromised by Jordan. So that is another major restart there. As Gumidifier has been changing their approaches, or no, they have been set on this approach, it's just different to what I was explaining. It's not going to be hotel staff lure, but it will be letter. At least for Rieper, but Rommel wants a hotel staff, so it seems that the fact that Rommel changed into a crew doesn't really change a lot, and the guards are coming, so this would be harder to get. Keeps delaying there and keeps losing the coin, still has one. And there's the civilian leaving his suit. This is getting really annoying for Rommel and he doesn't want to lose the round to this.
Excuse me, but it really freaks me out when people stand
Rieper gets the second disguise and the letter has been already placed. It's just the waiting game for the Rieper 47.
Oh yeah.
With a bit more unfortunate timing than I think Reaper's that certain 6-ish minute run, but it's
Yeah.
still a bit of a check, and I think Rieper will be happiest if Ken goes all the way. It's not a drowning kill, but I don't think he would really like the
To get into your room.
Yeah.
the room where Ken would puke in. And the fact that Rieper has been starting to KO these NPCs in here tells me a story that, yeah, this will be still a couple minutes out, and Rommel trying to go through the basement. These can be tricky there for the hotel staff, and I'm not sure what's the end result here is for Rommel.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a tough.
Oh, maybe with the restart, not sure if that was wrong disguise, but it was immediately after the kill. For Redfox, this was also difficult because Jordan is still investigating, so we won't see immediate puking there, but that will be now successful. Redfox will get the second kill, and he will be the first to get both kills down. I think Rieper is very close behind, and depending on how the execution works, it can be a close one. And of course, Rieper is closer to an exit, so now it is really... Well, of course, Redfox and Rieper has to finish this one. There is no other way around it. But it is then, only after they finish, a race between Rommel and Matty, and Rommel is 6.5 minutes in, Matty has just restarted, so it's a very big difference between the two. Redfox trying to get a peekaboo win for a legal disguise, and I think he got the hook on one of the cross bodyguards. Rieper doesn't have the disguise, hasn't have the kill yet. He wants Otis down. I'm not sure how this mission story works. If anyone walks back in after both Ken and Otis are incapacitated, sorry. Big words, two big ones. That is the bodyguard down as well. And this Electro spot does work for Rieper. Really scary to see these cycles outside the room, but just 10 or so seconds until Rieper can get this kill. And it should really work there. There are other maps where it's a nuisance with this type of thing. The reskin in Sapienza's laboratory doesn't want to work for Silvio, but this is pretty big, and as long as Reaper is not close enough to the puddle and he doesn't die to it, Reaper's safe and steady. Wants a big puddle there, and Kenny is down. And Redfox gets a body found 7:17 into his run. I am not even sure who it was by, but Redfox could not get to the finish quick enough, and this is really big for Gumidifier. Not just the fact that Rieper will finish and Redfox doesn't, but Rommel is extremely far into his run, and with the slowest but safest, most importantly, extremely safe hotel staff lure between them and the map win, the match win, and also much more. Long escort mission remaining and still some mirrors to dodge. Depends on when the chaos will happen, and with this timing Jackie Carrington will be nearby. And sure enough, Rommel's not leaving him to the bathroom downstairs. Where is he going with Ken? This is a long mission story. This can be at least 47 suite, at most the Queen suite and half the mission story. Rieper is out, Rieper is offline, he will have no more group stage spins to do. He has done everything for his team. And it may just be enough if Rommel can finish before Matty and Redfox. Not a lot of attention to Matty and Redfox lately. Of course, that was a really unfortunate body found by Redfox. I don't know who goes in there at the 7-minute mark. Matty has been trying and retrying the waiter start, and he has made some progress after the kill as well. I don't know his previous restart, but it would be something similar to Rommel's first half of the run, and of course Rieper got him upstairs if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, just do a throw distraction in there and stuff.
Right, this has gone far enough.
Let's see how the team handles this final crucial moment.
You need to take that with you.
Okay, what's it?
Of course, Rommel needs the door to be closed before these two chaos happen. They cannot afford any shenanigans while that door is open.
Sit.
That's both of them down.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should hide Otis, because somebody might come in too once the water starts running, you know?
Yeah. Oh Christ, yeah, that is a good point.
Probably a remote kill here. And
Yeah,
we're
kitchen
rushing down to
guys
get
yet?
your keys.
Oh no, I have to go get that. Alright,
Another puddle we haven't seen a lot, and all we can do, all they can do is hope that it's lethal.
I don't know if that explodes from that, but
I mean, it shouldn't matter anyways, considering that's it's non-pacifying, but yeah,
towels?
fair enough. Alright, there should be a kitchen staff guy who isolates himself. I mean, if not, I can just get
yeah,
one.
you can do a throw lure into this room. In the kitchen.
Birthday cake. It's ridiculous. Fat, low carb. And now sugar is just evil incarnate, isn't it?
No one in this room, no head turns there. That's the last action. I think it will be very much relieving for Rommel if he changes, detonates, and gets the second
Be
kill. This
careful
is the
running out
moment
through
of
the
truth.
kitchens and forces and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, should I go for the front door or what?
Yeah, man.
Alright.
Detonation is all we want to see here. Of course, the exit after that is formality.
Hit it. Make sure he dies.
Yeah, he's dead.
He does
Kitchen
die.
staff
Both
electrocution.
targets down.
Run to
Let me
exit.
know when you're done.
12 and a half minutes. Almost 13. But a very strong first or second try from Rommel. Couple early restarts, but Rieper led the way. Rommel's approach also nets a finish. Gumidifier
Yeah,
takes
press
the
it.
last 3 maps and wins this match and advances from Group
Nice
B.
fucking work.
Let's go! We did it!
That's fuck. Yeah.
They don't know it yet, but
Yeah, we got it!
there we go.
Nice.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm gonna talk so much shit.
Hell yeah! Oh! Wow! I can't believe it. We actually... This is...
And of course they know the implications that they needed the last 3 maps and they got the last 3 maps, and it is also heartbreak for Redfox and Matty. Redfox did get both kills down and will have the best
Wow,
in-game
that was
count of the
amazing.
4. And Matty actually had the safest chat
And we
here, and I
lost
think
the first one too. So,
I
yeah.
was expecting him to be the first finisher after seeing Redfox restart so much, but Redfox also had this run going, so even this map could have gone either way. And especially the Paris shenanigans, or of course the unfortunate Haven stuff for that was Matty playing, but in the end, a crazy comeback from basically needing all 3 maps to taking all 3 maps, and also second place. There will be, of course, more celebrations for Gumidifier, and we'll have to see, or they will see as well, what this means for their future, but that is for the knockout stage draw and anything that happens next week. But of course these days about wrapping up the group stage, and yeah, just thanking Redfox and Matty for playing, because they have provided some insane plays there, and not really actual highlights here, but highlight worthy moments from short of them.
Nice.
There's the Redfox finish. We just have to see this one out. 6.5 minutes as well, just a really quick run, but a bit too late and without a teammate finishing, and not, of course, without not with a lack of effort. Matty also had plenty of runs going, but just couldn't get this one going.
Everybody can optimize it after they've done like 2-3 runs.
Yeah.
Which confirms the end of Group B here. And that is the tied score, but not the tied placement. The Geometry Refugees win with 18 points, and Gumidifier got the 12 they wanted. And because both them and Bad Laptop are on 12, the first tiebreaker criteria is the head-to-head result, which is the 6-2 for Gumidifier from this very match. They needed the 6 points, they got the 6 points, and they will be in the knockout stage. Bad Laptop just oh so close to it. And also, of course, shout out to the Roulette Unprofessionals, Nezuko and Rocky with 3 matches played, 3 maps won. They did lose all of them with a 6-2 margin, but they got 1 map on the board in all 3 matches, so that's a nice consistency from them. Yeah, which will mean that Geometry Dash and Gumidifier will be 2 teams to look out for from this group. Another one we know for sure is Group D, which is finished, that CX Punk, MK3 and Boreal Forest are through. And the other 2 I won't show because they are inconclusive as of yet, but I can show the upcoming matches tab, which sees us with 2 matches to play in Central European summertime. It is 1 AM and 1 PM in 5 hours, and in 17 hours we will have the last match of Group A, Rusty Abram versus the Improv Royalty, which also has some implications there. I think Rusty does need a sweep there. It is not as likely, of course, as today's result, but they are still in it, and Improv Royalty are still looking to get the group win as well, so lots of stakes in there. And also a group where a sweep is required. In it, Brav takes on Stuffers turned Builders for the conclusion of the for a very close group, Group C, with these 2 teams and Observer and myself. Init Brav needs all 8 points to survive, but regardless, it will be 2 very exciting matches, and we'll see how they go. And that will be the end of group stage. That will leave us with 8 more to go. The 4 quarterfinals, the 2 semifinals, the 3rd place playoff, and the Providence Cup Grand Final on October 16th in 15 days, and we will crown the best team of Roulette. It will be very exciting times, but of course, until then, still lots of things to do. So many matches we have seen so far, so I appreciate everyone for watching these. The casters and admins for their extended work so far, especially Chris X3 today for adminning this one. And GG's to both players. Well, in this case, it's both teams and all 4 players. Congratulations to Gumidifier again, and we will see you for the next match in just under 5 hours. See you, everyone.